Good morning. Wanted to take a few minutes to talk about palettes this morning. One of the big goals for this game engine is to be able to play Minicraft with it. And one of the first things we need to do to get that going, well, the first thing we had to do to get that going was to make sure that we have a pixel-based display that we can render to quickly enough, which we have that now. But there's also the palette. So we're going to see about reproducing the Minicraft palette. There's a couple of things here. I was actually working on reproducing this in a Miniscript project, which I'm going to convert over to JavaScript. Should only take a minute. Well, probably a few minutes. Here, let's copy this into here, and actually want to look at the Minicraft source code. Wrong button. There we go. Because I forget exactly what the resolution is, the screen resolution is that we're aiming for. It's 160 by something, 160 by 120. So let's set that. And then let's stick with 8 balls for now. Rerun that to make sure it still looks right. Okay, that is the screen resolution we're aiming for, so that's good. Now for the palette, we're going to take this chunk here and shove it into our render loop, just to see if we can render the whole palette. Let's see, let r equals 0. The range function in Miniscript is inclusive on both ends, which is why there's a less than or equal to. In Python, it's inclusive at the beginning and exclusive at the end, so it's a gotcha when you're switching between languages. Having it inclusive on both ends is actually more useful than useful more often than not. Alright. We need that from palette function. Where did I put that? Basically, we're going to have to reproduce that all those color functions. So let's look at our own color class. Just a minute here. I think we're going to start with the generate palette function. it's there. JavaScript would let me, but there would be consequences that I don't feel like dealing with. I don't think we need this bit. It's kind of weird that it's there. Why did I leave that there? I'm going to leave it there for now, in case I find out why I need it in the next few minutes. Alright. And we have an unused variable. Why do we have an unused variable? Oh, okay, we don't need that counter. So there's our color set, our palette. And then we need to be able to pull a color from that palette using a 3-digit code. Which is what these two functions are about. I'm going to comment them properly, just not yet. Can't remember if JavaScript has that operator. Let's find out. 2 to the power of 4. Is that right? No, that is not right. 2 to the power of 2 is not 0. 2 to the power of 4 is 16. That's how you do it. But actually, we do have the shift operator, which is, I'm pretty sure, how the original code did it. Trying to find the Java color class here. Let's see. There you go. That's what we actually want. Now we should be able to use that get function to get the color that we are wanting out of the palette. In Miniscript, the palette is it's about what, 6 times 6 times 6? What is that? 240? What is that? 216, excuse me. It has 216 colors, and the red, green, and blue channels are split up into 6 levels. So you'll see a lot of color codes like this floating around the program. It's like red, green, and blue for the 3 components. 3, 3, 1, red, green, blue. But let's see if we can get this thing working. We need a fill rect. And yeah, that's about right. Now we'll just fill a rectangle with a certain color. And yeah, that does do what I wanted to do, I think. Let's see, we're drawing an outline, like drawing a big rectangle. The color is 555, so the red, green, and blue channels all maxed out. It's white. And then a slightly inset rectangle with the color we want. So let's see if that gives us what we want. Nothing works right away. RR is not defined. Okay, I think I know what happened. That should fix it. I have to actually define the variables. Alright, now what? Colors is not defined. This colors is defined. Floor is not defined. Line 60. There you are. R is not defined on line 60. C is not defined, line 131. Okay. Getting further. Oh, that's not going to work. Okay, I'm seeing some dots at the top of the screen. So we're getting closer. Could be I'm just drawing them too big. Let's change the size a bit. That is getting closer. Of course, it's drawing black rectangles. Let's see what color it's actually getting for that. Well, the color index is 215. Oh. We're getting the right palette index, but we need to convert that into a color. Like this, I believe. That's a combination of 4 colors. We don't want to do it there. We're going to come back to that function. That's better. Let's make the squares bigger. Oh, where was it? Size, let's change that to 8. Now the size is good, but we're trying to draw too many in a row. Do that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's not all the colors. Alright, draw 12 colors per line. Does that give us the entire thing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Is that all of them? 15 times 12 is 180. That is not all of them. Let's draw 15 per line. Yeah, so that's the entire palette because we ran out before we got to the end. So cool. That is the entire Minicraft palette. All nicely displayed for us. I wish the rows were even, but at least we can look at all the colors, so that's kind of neat, and we know it works. And we have a fill rect function that we can add to our display library. I'm just going to plop that down right there. And yeah, still works. There we go. One Minicraft palette, so we'll start using that to set the colors of our project from here out. I'll rearrange this a little bit more next time, but there you go. And let's see. Yeah, we need to start thinking about how to turn this into a real game engine. I would still like to work on a flood fill, but it's not entirely relevant to the main goal of reproducing the Minicraft game, so I think next time we're going to start looking at handling keyboard and mouse input. So, there you go. Thanks for joining me. See you later.